Why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for... We making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not in it, yeah. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them biblicals. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright.
Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Texans and the Niners. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Fielded just outside the goal. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the... Draft a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader, and that's Brock Purdy.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolute tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. Throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with a first touchdown of the Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Niners are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8, maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think it's discussed in your staff meeting, a decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them out the end zone for the 2-point play.
So out come the 10. Drive. Leading them out in his second season now out of Stanford. Here's Davis Mills. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw's going to be hit.
I told my boss, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit.
For people to quit sleeping on this team, I think they have a legit chance to make a big playoff.
Head in the game, head in the game. Truck out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lamar was thirsty, so I had to quit. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. But like a lamb, I ain't know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We run the street, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it open. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Colin Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just rub a jersey. It's the first half, and we done dropped 30. I told my boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I turn on my vision. You young, she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best she go where it's safe. You know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly. I turn it up hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights. I'm shining so bright. It's brighter to cover my face. You see me working and working. I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes. I told my boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, Bobby had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a real. I caught a TD, yeah, right off the middle. I'm speaking banks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them with them down. I'm in LA, riding around in the round. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold on. Money caller right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is, man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize, yeah.
Madden football is the home of super... This historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Raiders and the 49ers, and it's all up next.
The hype and the talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Going to throw right away. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sand. And that'll bring up third.
Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one. And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now.
And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 33. Touchdown, 49ers! With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that.
And the Niners are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
And now this offense was set up to start their first drive. Instead, after the return, they'll only be needed for one play as they go for two.
If we had $1 for every time we heard a team talk about explosive plays and how valuable they are, we probably wouldn't have to work very much. We just saw a big one there. And then they tried to go explosive again, going for two.
Yeah, is that a little too risky, you think? Just kick the extra point?
And you know, I'm all about getting points, and if I feel good about my kicker, I'll go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for two, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
Carr now on first down. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 from the 49er D as they scored a touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Carr. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
Taking it about the 36. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Out comes the San Francisco offense as they are led out by their quarterback, the man known as Jimmy G. That's Jimmy Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone,
and unable to connect, incomplete. But give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
cannot convert, and they turn it over. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. In this case, they're able to retain possession.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he comes back. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return will stop it well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and in.